First of all, let's try to understand what is the core difference between social media and social media marketing, because we think both of them are same, but there is a huge difference between both of them. So as you can see, social media refers to various social networks and community sites which are composed of user generated content. For example, Instagram is a social media website wherein you can post reels, you can post your daily feed, you can have stories, etc., which is a user generated content base. So all these social media channels comprise of the social media part of it. It offers the users ability to share, maintain relationships, and engage in communities. So various social media channels have their own purposes, right? Some have, you can maintain normal friendship kind of relationships, wherein in other, like let's say LinkedIn is a network wherein you can have more professional relationships. Then there is Twitter, wherein you put up your opinions, and it's a opinion-based engaging community, right? So that is part of social media. Now, when it comes to social media marketing, it's simply not sharing or just posting. It's not marketing. When you market your brand on social media, you have a strategy in mind that okay, you will allocate your branding efforts, let's say towards Instagram, because your brand comprises of all the young people who aspire for that brand. Let's say a jewelry brand or a fashion brand, which would make more sense on Instagram rather than on LinkedIn, right? But let's say you are providing certain B2B solutions. It could be digital marketing services, or it could be any broad level B2B services, right? Then LinkedIn becomes your core social media marketing channel. So you have a purpose in mind wherein you want to drive certain kind of traffic towards your brand. Hence, that social media marketing kicks in. So having a strategy to allocate what resources to go in which kind of media is called a social media marketing. So yeah, that was the core difference between the two. I hope it was, clear to all. Now let's try to categorize social media as a whole. Okay. Herein, we have a 2x2 matrix, wherein you can see there are two core differentiation. One is profile based and second is content based. So profile based is what are personal brands, right? You have Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Joe Biden, and these huge personalities could be celebrities as well. So all these celebrities, individuals are profile based individuals which are used for social media marketing. So by this profile based, you have different types of messaging, right? Relationship marketing. You allow marketers to connect, communicate, and build relationships. For example, Facebook, right? Primarily on Facebook, Facebook or Instagram, you will find certain kind of profiles which are individualistic based. Okay. Now on a broadcast level, these are self media channels wherein you are doing a self branding kind of a approach, or trying to become an influencer in yourself, wherein brands reach out to you as an individual and not vice versa. Okay. So Twitter is also again a great example of individual based, profile based exercise, wherein a lot of people follow certain people's opinion, right? If Joe Biden has posted a tweet, or Donald Trump had posted a tweet, or Elon Musk for that matter, people will have a certain kind of relatability towards that content, because they are following those individuals on that social media. Now second comes content based social media part, wherein you find Facebook pages, Instagram pages, Pinterest pages. These content based approaches are more towards a collaborative branding approach rather than an individualistic approach. And these are more creative in nature. Let's say Nike will have its own content based strategy on Instagram, right? They will have various sports personalities joining them, collaborating them, and they show them as influencers of their brand on their content page. But when a individual person is doing the marketing for a brand, that is called profile based or an influencer marketing approach. So yeah, this is a core differentiation between profile based and content based approach of social media. Let's go ahead. Okay. So now when we talk about any social media platforms, let's try to break it into these core segments. So whenever you are creating a social media strategy for your brand, or any of your plan you might have had in future, right? You can categorize that social media into nature and its features. That is one. Second, audience, and third is the purpose you want that social media to serve for you. So, for example, in this case, I have taken Facebook. So, the core features of Facebook would be networking with friends, sharing posts, uploading photographs, videos, etc. Metrics used are number of friends, fans, followers, likes, and comments. So, these are the core features that Facebook offers you. Then the audience is relatively young with social orientation. So, if you think your brand fits in this particular category, wherein your audience has to be young, it should be social. Let's say, for example, Bumble and Tinder are certain kind of apps wherein they as a brand would need the certain kind of audience, right? Which is relatively young, which has a good social orientation. So those could be good examples for Facebook, right? Then the purpose Facebook serves is social networking, socializing, interacting, and engaging with other users. So these are the core purposes up this social media channel serves. So what you can do is whenever you create your social media strategy, break down all the social media channels you want your brand to be present in. Break these three core segments of each of the social media channel you want to market your brand, and accordingly take decisions. This will create a much structured approach while you take decisions to post your stories, or post anything about your brand for that matter, right? Let's take another example as well. Now, parallelly, LinkedIn is a very different channel, right? Altogether, it's also a social media platform, but more towards the professional side of it. So here the features would be business oriented and social networking, more towards business oriented because CEOs, CFOs, all the employees of that particular organization would be available on LinkedIn. Metrics used are number of profile views, likes, comments, recommendations. So most of you also must have a LinkedIn profile, right? What are the core metrics you try to see when you post? So when you post a certain content, or let's say you post for a job requirement, like you are searching for a job and you post that you are looking for a job in this particular domain, a lot of people will view your profile for that particular role, right? It could be a CMO of a particular company just viewing your profile and looking, okay, what are the responsibilities he or she must have done in future, in past, and accordingly maybe they will reach out to you on LinkedIn directly. So that is the example and power of LinkedIn, right? So profile views will matter to you. Your likes, comments on your particular post will matter, and also recommendation will people which people write under your LinkedIn profile also matters. So always keep optimizing your LinkedIn profile, whether it's your personal profile or your brand's profile. If it's a brand's profile, then reviews and things like that would matter a lot. As a social proof towards your customers. But as a personal, if you want to brand yourself personally on LinkedIn, then you should have certain personal recommendations of what kind of projects you have done in past, how you have performed. You can ask your managers to post some recommendations about yourself. So this is the common nature and features of LinkedIn. Now when it comes to the audience of LinkedIn, it's relatively professionally oriented, and the purpose it serves is professional networking and job enrichment. So let's say you are a company who is offering interview-based services to companies, that you will take interviews in behalf of them so that their HR workload is reduced. So this could be a service in your mind as a business idea, right? So this will be much more feasible if you pitch this idea on LinkedIn as compared to Instagram, right? So this is the core difference. Now let's try to understand what kind of communication strategy one should follow on various social media channels. So let's consider Facebook first. So for Facebook or Instagram, try to use emotional content rather than rational or informational content. So Facebook and Instagram's audience connect more towards emotional side of things. They will try to relate towards things rather than having a rational towards it, right? So whenever people scroll on Instagram or Facebook, they try to find some entertainment based content, and if your entertainment is trying to educate the users in certain way, then that is fine. But you should have a emotional based content strategy on these channels rather than directly informative. You can maybe collaborate some informative strategy going forward when your brand is established at a certain level, but initially you should have a emotional content based strategy. For example, stories, videos, contest. So you will find these kind of strategies mostly adopted by big brands or even small brands for that matter. Now, next is LinkedIn. Use rational rather than emotional content. So here the game comes vice versa, wherein you need to have a more rational strategy, more informative strategy. If you are more entertainment based, or not rational, or you are giving a very casual approach towards your communication, that is not appreciated on a LinkedIn community kind of a channel base, right? They will have more sophisticated kind of a content which is more informative, more company related, right? So that is LinkedIn for you. So this could have an example such as business videos, articles. So herein what you can do is, let's say you have a product, maybe you can have a product demonstration video posted on LinkedIn. You can get likes on that, you can get people's suggestion, you can maybe tag certain big personalities of businesses who might use your product or who might review your product for free, right? So LinkedIn might be useful in those kind of scenarios. Now coming to Twitter, Twitter is used to create buzz for short sweet messages. So you will see a lot of updates wherein people post like coming soon, or there is a very important or a core trailer launch to be there. So they will have a coming soon kind of a buzz on Twitter. It's a single phrase kind of a sentence, right, wherein people will write certain engaging content, and if those personalities are recognized in certain sense, their tweets will get a lot of retweets, a lot of likes, a lot of comments. That creates a lot of buzzy engagement. That's the reason a lot of hashtags trends on Twitter, compared to LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. So Twitter is more of a short form based content, creating buzz about a particular event or a particular brand. So I hope this communication strategy part is also clear to all of you. If you have any doubts in this particular section, you can post it in the chat box on Discord. Let's go on the next slide. Okay, now let's try to understand social media strategy used by Netflix. So as I think most of you all must use Netflix, right, to surf a lot of OTT content, and there are other OTT platforms as well apart from Netflix. It could be Hotstar, it could be Jio Cinema, and there are a lot of thousands of platforms available in the market. But let's take an example of Netflix, because Netflix has cracked that OTT zone. And what personally I believe is that Netflix has a lot of social media mix in their strategy when it comes to communicating about a certain series which is launching on Netflix, or a particular movie which is upcoming on Netflix. How they create a buzz is very interesting using their social media strategy. So let's discuss on that. First is, they post a lot of content about upcoming shows or movies in line with its value proposition. So Netflix creates a FOMO in their users' mind, right? They will post a lot of content around that particular series. For example, let's say Game of Thrones was a series which was very popular. Just assume that Game of Thrones was launching on Netflix. So what Netflix will do is, it will create a buzz around all its social media channels, be it Facebook, Instagram, and it will have the type of content it has to post on Instagram, and it will also post certain updates on LinkedIn as well. But they will try to be very smart in that approach. They will keep it subtle, informative as well, at the same point of time engaging, right? The second point is, they post a lot of content in the form of videos, images, GIFs, and simple posts. So whenever you go on Instagram, Telegram, or a lot of these social media websites, and when you click on GIFs, you will find a lot of content which is coming from Netflix, right? which is based on certain subtitles, and it will create certain GIF ideas. It is actually a kind of a very smart move from Netflix to create those GIFs and give these GIFs to these social media, wherein you are the one who is engaging with those GIF form of content. Then there are a lot of videos, images and etc. Now, in the final part of this strategy, they will customize their strategy for each channel. Now, let's say, for example, they will send witty replies, fun memes, and outstanding comebacks on Twitter. So whenever somebody has a comment, if they find it funny, and so they will, give certain witty replies with reference to that particular series they're launching, and they will try to be very engaging. Wherein then people will again reply to Netflix and do certain stuff, which create that engagement, that zone within that social media channel, right? Second is they applaud users' tweets or replies which are supposedly funny, as I currently told you. They will also use social media handle not to inform its customers, but also to actively engage in a conversation with them. You will find a lot of time Netflix will share screenshots of chats with their users, and in a funny manner or in a very sarcastic manner, when there are, if let's say a character named Jon Snow is actually a person, and so they are chatting with that person Jon Snow, and promoting Game of Thrones in a subtle way. So that is the approach Netflix follow, right? So we can take a lot of inspiration, a lot of examples are there in the market, but yeah, Netflix is one of the prime examples in this social media strategy domain, which comprises of all social media channels, and they customize strategy for each channel. Similarly, you should also have an approach that what kind of content should go on which social media platform at what time, what kind of audience is viewing your content, is that audience relevant to my brand or not. So try to answer these questions for your own brand and accordingly make the strategy. So I hope this example was quite useful for you all. Let's go on the next slide. Okay. Now we have covered majorly about social media marketing. Let's start with Google Ads now. This will be a very hands-on session on Google Ads, wherein I will also show my personal Google Ads dashboard, and we'll go through certain tools and techniques which are available from Google Ads to us, and we'll try to understand step by step. Okay. First of all, let's understand the importance of Google Ads in the current marketing landscape. So why to use Google Ads, right? First, it gives us unmatched reach. So Google processes over 3.5 billion searches per day, which is not a surprise to us, right? Because a lot of searches are happening across various categories, various offerings, and people, have different kind of search queries. It could be a long tail search query, it could be a single phrase search query, but they are seeking information about each and everything today. If we think about everything, we'll try to Google it, and get the information on board and try to take a decision accordingly, right? Whether it's going to a salon, or it's buying a particular book, reading certain reviews about a particular product or service, could be anything, right? So it gives you an unmatched reach because the volume of searches which happens on Google is crazy, right? Second is high intent traffic. So as an individual, let's say for example, you want to learn Python as a language for yourself. You will search learn Python on Google, and certain recommendations will pop in front of you. So that is the intent, right? You had the intent to learn Python, hence you wrote learn Python in the search query. So what this tells an advertiser like us, like you could be, that you are actually grabbing the right audience for your business, unlike other social media platforms. So what happens on other social media platforms is, let's say for example, you are putting a right content on Instagram, on Facebook, etc. But you might not be sure of the audience which is viewing that content. That person might not be interested in your business, right? Because he or she is surfing and he or she is bombarded with different types of content. It could be across education, entertainment, construction, etc. But some categories will be relevant to him. But when you talk about Google Ads, therein you find high intent traffic because a person is performing a certain search query, which gives us the high intent traffic. Third is versatile targeting options. So within Google Ads, we have a lot of targeting options, which actually is a game changer for any business. So what Google offers uh, is a demographic based targeting, keyword based targeting. Then there is location based targeting. You can also target certain user behaviors. You can target, let's say you want to target a specific set of audience in Gen Z, or you want to target millennials for a particular segment. So you can select those interest areas. Let's say you want a user to be interested in coding. Then second funnel would be, he or she must be a high school student. So that is the level of granularity of targeting you can achieve via Google Ads. So hence lot of businesses are using Google Ads nowadays to advertise their brand. It could be a product, it could be a service, and they are reaching the right audience, and they are generating great amount of return on investments. So it's not a random investment you make on Google Ads, right? Definitely the algorithm takes some time to learn what kind of audience you want for your business, but eventually it will start giving you profits in the long run. So yeah, that was about the importance of Google Ads. Now let's try to understand various campaigns of Google Ads. Okay. So one is a search campaign, right? So the first type of campaign is a search campaign, wherein the core objective of the search campaign is to show text ads on Google search results when people search for a related product or service. Now let's try to understand the search campaign via an example. Okay. Just a second. Yeah. So herein I'm on my Google browser and I'm trying to search Nike running shoes. Okay. So first of all, because I searched specifically about Nike running shoe as a search query term, it is showing me sponsored, which is these are the display ads. This is not a search ad, but yeah, this is also a component of search ad, because this display advertisement is attributed towards this particular search term. When we go below, these are organic results because these are not sponsored results. But let's say if I don't put Nike in this search result, running shoes, right? So because shoe is a category which is more visualistic, visual based, we are getting a lot of image based ads, right? But yeah, these are the sponsored ads which are based on this particular search query. Let's say I want to learn Python is my search query. Okay. First you can see, okay, there is an ad. Then there are certain organic results as well for this particular. Okay, there is Code Academy. Learn Python free. Let's try to see. Okay, so if I type learn Python for free, I am getting a sponsored ad for DataCamp. So this is an example of a text-based or a search-based ad, wherein the company DataCamp is offering, let's say, learn Python for free, limited time deal, 50% off. So this is an example of a search-based ad on Google. Now the key feature of this particular campaign is keyword targeting, with ads appearing alongside or above the Google search results. So the primary goal of this particular campaign revolves around keywords. So for that, you have to do a lot of keyword research in depth. What are the search volume for that particular keyword which is related to your particular domain, and accordingly you will tap that market. So we will understand what is keyword research and how to do that keyword research via Google Ads ka dashboard going ahead. But yeah, second is display campaigns. So to capture users' attention with visually engaging ads on websites across Google Display Network. So the key feature of this particular campaign is image or multimedia ads shown on websites which are targeting based on user interest, demographics, or remarketing list. Now these campaigns are mainly for fashion brands. Let's say I want to buy a sari for my mom. Okay, sari for a wedding. So herein you can see sponsored advertisement for these particular saris, right? Which are presented via these ads. Then you are getting certain organic listing by Myntra, Karigari, and etc. and other popular brands which are recommended by Google. But yeah, these are the top results which are under the sponsored segment, which is the display ad network segment. Google also, apart from this display ad network, they have partnered with various website, and they also have, whenever you have a browser in your phone, apart from Google's browser, then also you will find certain display advertisements. So Google also partners with certain third-party display ad platforms wherein it will show those particular display ads to you. Final is video-based campaigns. So the core objective is to engage users with video content on YouTube. So whenever you go on YouTube, you start a video, most probably you will see an ad before that video, right? So that is those video-based campaigns, and those are also run via Google Ads. So the key features of that video-based campaign include it will play before the YouTube video with targeting options including demographic groups, interest, and viewing behaviors. So let's say, for an example, you are an tech company and you want to target people who are interested in learning digital marketing. So you will try to have certain ad videos which are focused towards student learning about digital marketing. You create a video about that particular service and you post it via Google Ads. Okay, so you run a video campaign via Google Ads. Now Google Ads will target those audiences who are interested to learn digital marketing and will try to see where are these people landing. So a user who is interested in digital marketing might see certain digital marketing channels, right, on YouTube, or he or she might be interested in certain advertising platforms which he or she might visit on YouTube on regular basis. So Google will push your YouTube ad on those platforms, so which will eventually lead to higher conversion for your particular business. Let's see these campaign types on the Google Ads dashboard as well. So whenever you create a Google Ads dashboard, it will look like this. And let's say I want to create a new campaign. Okay. So herein you can identify what is your campaign objective, right? As we were talking about different types of campaigns, first of all, you need to identify what is your campaign objective. So your campaign objective could be website traffic, it could be lead generation, it could be sales or direct calls you want to receive from your customers. It could be awareness and consideration, which is the top of the funnel marketing for your particular business. It could be local store visits. So there is a concept called Google My Business as well, right? Wherein you have let's say you have a cafe and you want to drive a certain traffic towards your cafe. So you will run local store visits and promotions campaign. Let's say, for example, in this case, I'll create a campaign without a goals guidance. Now let's see what are the campaign types Google is offering me. Now search, as I already told you, it gets in front of high intent customers who are searching at this point of time on the Google search. Then we have Performance Max campaign as well. So Performance Max campaign is a very interesting tool which Google has recently launched. So Performance Max campaign basically combines different types of ad formats and it tries to A/B test. So it's a AI based campaign basically, which Google has recently launched. wherein it will try to put your ads on search, it will try to put your ads on display, it will try to put your ads on video. So you should have various assets as well for your business, and accordingly you can create this performance max campaign. So it's a great tool to identify A/B testing kind of approach, wherein you can see if search is working for you, or videos are working for you, or image display is working for you. Now, display, as I told you, is a purely image-based approach, wherein you have display advertisements for your business. Shopping ads are mostly used for quick commerce businesses, like it could be shoes, it could be clothes, wherein people have a shopping intent and they want to complete that purchase quickly by clicking on that CTA button and get that shopping done there and there, right? Then there are video ads, as I told you, which appears on the YouTube channels. Now there are app-based as well. So app-based campaigns allow you to, let's say you are a business who has your app, and your app helps your users to achieve a particular purpose, right? So you can drive app installs, that is number one. You can drive app re-engagement, that is people who have already installed your app. Let's say you want to upsell a new product which you have launched, or second could be you want to upsell your subscription. It might be the case that a person has subscribed your in-app subscription for just a month, but you want to increase your subscription for lifetime, for 1 year subscription model. So you can have that re-engagement campaigns in place, right? Then there is smart campaign. Then there is hotel based campaigns. Now Google has come up with a specific campaign for hotel chains, wherein if you are a hotel, you want to promote your hotels in a particular locality, you can do that via hotel campaign. Then there is a demand generation campaign. This is a very interesting campaign. This could be useful for businesses whose product usually don't have much demand. It could be a very unique business idea which is not common to everyone, right? Like buying shoes is a normal stuff, or buying clothes is a normal stuff which a person might do. But buying a very fancy maybe a hair dryer from Dyson could be a very interesting product to sell online, right? So it would need a demand generation approach, because people would generally prefer a lower budget, good quality hair dryer versus a very high end technology based hair dryer, which is of thousands of dollars in price, and has a significant price increase, right? So herein place the demand generation campaign. So yeah, broadly this covers all the types of campaign Google has. So yeah, we just had a conversation about shopping ads and also the app campaigns. Now comes the most important part of any Google campaign, which is keywords. So now I have talked a lot about keywords, right? Now, how do you do that keyword research is the question. So Google offers you a great tool. It's a free tool. Just sign up on Google Ads and you will, you can use this tool for free. I'll just show you how to use Google Keywords Planner now. Okay. I'll just give you the core application of this planner. First of all, it will help you to identify relevant keywords. Second, it will help you to understand what are the trends for that particular keywords in terms of volumes, how many people are searching about that particular keyword. And third, and the most important part is you will be able to analyze competition on those keywords. Is it high, is it medium, or is it low? If it's a very high competitive keyword, then it's very tough to rank on that particular keyword, because then you have to have a higher bid than your competitor. Then it boils down to your budgets as well, right? Because as a marketeer, you might not have high budgets in the beginning, but eventually, yeah, maybe when you are making profits in future, you can invest more in the advertisement part of it. But yeah, initially you have crunch on budgets, so try to get those keywords on board which are medium to low competition but have high search volumes. So now let's use Google Keywords Planner for a particular case. So to go on Google Keywords Planner, just sign up via your own email ID on Google Keywords Planner. You'll land on this page, then click on Tools and Settings and click on Google Keywords Planner under the planning segment. Now there are two approaches to understand keywords. Okay, first approach I am telling you is how to analyze keywords on your competitor's website. Okay, let's consider an example. So I am an instructor on Udemy, and I produce a lot of content on tech related courses, right? By the way, if you haven't checked us out on Udemy, definitely go on Udemy. Programming Hub is listed as an instructor on Udemy, and you can check out our courses as well. But yeah, coming back to our example. So I am listed as an instructor on Udemy. Now I want to analyze what are the competitor courses and what kind of keywords they are using on their landing page. Now let's go on Udemy, for example. I'll just open an incognito tab and I'll go on udemy.com. Now let's search digital marketing. Okay. So when I go on Udemy for digital marketing, let's say I am picking this course as a competition. And this is my course. Okay, so now this is my course which is listed on Udemy, and this is my competitor's course. What I'll do is that I'll take this URL, I'll click on copy. Now I'll go back to my Google Keywords Planner. Herein I'll click on discover new keywords. Okay, now here I'll go on start with the website, and here I will paste the URL. Now here I have two options, that use the entire site or use this page only. So as I want to analyze keywords which are ranking on this particular page, I will just click on use this page only, and I will click on OK. Before that, here you can see Singapore location is marked. So I don't want to analyze only for Singapore, right? I want to analyze overall, on a global level, what keywords are ranking on his particular page, on my competitor's landing page, right? I'll click on get results. So now what Google is doing is, it's analyzing this URL for all locations in the last 1 year, okay, from March to Feb 2024. Now it has given me that, okay, this page, my competitor's page, is ranking on 18545 keyword ideas, wherein let's sort them by average monthly searches. Okay, so now these are very useful for me, right? Now here you can see what Google Keywords Planner is offering you. First, it's telling you what is the keyword. Okay, it's telling you the average monthly searches that particular keywords is having. 3-month change. Okay, is there any change in terms of searches in the last 3 months? If yes, they will have a certain percentage. If not, it's 0. Then here is the competition which I was talking about. If the competition is high, it means it is a bit, difficult to rank on that particular keyword. But if the competition is low and the search volumes are decent, then you can rank on that particular keyword quite easily. And so yeah, this is the overall list of all the keywords, right? If I want to do a competitor research of this keyword and want to do a keyword analysis versus my keywords ranking and versus my competitor, I just need to download these keyword ideas. I can download them as Google Sheet. Okay, let's say I will click on download. Okay, here you can see preparing report. It will just take a minute. Okay, now here I'll click on open sheet. So now this gives me a better place to analyze these keywords, right? Wherein I can, have a filter wherein I want to, let's say, filter first of all by only top searches. So 5 lakh to 50,000. These are the only search terms I want to focus on, right? And then the next filter could be, I want to focus first on low competition keywords. So I have 76 keywords from my competitor's landing page, which are having low competition and having a decent amount of average monthly searches. 5,50,000 is not a small figure, right? In terms of average monthly searches. So hence we can go accordingly and analyze these keywords uh, from your competitor's website, and try to rank on these particular keywords, try to include content around these keywords on your particular landing page, and try to include content in your course as well, because you don't want to be clickbaity. You have to provide that value also. If you are putting and using that particular keyword in your landing page, you have to provide that value as well for that particular keyword. For example, Instagram marketing, right? So definitely marketing would be something my competitor is covering in their Udemy course, and if I'm not covering it, then I should cover Instagram marketing and then put Instagram marketing in the course description, in the subtitle, etc. And hence I will also rank on that particular keyword. So this is how you analyze and have a approach towards analyzing your competitors' keywords via their website. So you can use it for any of your competitors' website. It could be an app, it could be any website for that matter. Second approach of doing a keyword research, if let's say you don't want to start with a competitor's website, but you want to directly start with an approach wherein you want to understand demand for particular keywords in a particular location. Okay, let's say I want to understand demand of Python. Okay, so learn Python is one keyword I will put in. Python coding is one keyword I will put in. So let's say I've put in these two keyword ideas, and I want to just understand United States as my market. So I will select United States, click on save, and now I'll click on get results. In this case, what Google is doing, it is analyzing the keyword input I've given, which is learn Python and Python coding across the United States in the last 1 year. And now Google is able to give me again a similar range of keywords, around 1800 keyword ideas, which are ranking for this particular category Python. So herein I can analyze that, okay, these are keywords, this is the demand from the audience, and these are the bids which are happening. So SGD means Singapore dollars. So as my account is Singapore based, hence it's showing SGD. So yeah, that is the top of page bid, and in the low side, and top of page bid on the higher side. So basically it means is, if Python programming is a keyword, the maximum bid which is happening for that particular keyword is 5.96 Singapore dollars, and the lowest bid is 1.72. So when I have to bid for this particular keyword, the minimum bid has to be 1.72. Otherwise, there is no point of me, shortlisting this keyword for myself or for my business, right? So download such keyword reports from Google Keywords Planner and try to shortlist the keywords which are relevant to you, which are under your budget, which are not very expensive, which are low in competition, high in average, monthly searches. Then your second filter comes towards low competition and medium searches, then medium competition and high searches. So this is the funnel you should follow, maintaining your keyword research strategy. So this is all about Google Keywords Planner. I have covered all these three things in broadly. Now let's go on the next slide. Okay, so I think my presentation is completed, but yeah, I'll show you one more interesting thing on Google Ads. Okay, so let's say, for example, so now I'll show you a basic example of creating a campaign, right? Let's assume I want to promote my app. Okay, I want to now generate app installs via this campaign. I'm selecting Android. Now I will select my app. Let's say Learn Python is my app. I will select it. Okay, test. ABC, just give it a random name. Okay. Now this is the first format which which Google Ads will give you when it comes to app promotion campaigns. Now you can select your, first of all, you have to select your target location. So I would prefer to have multiple campaigns rather than having single campaign. First of all, if you are targeting multiple locations, you should have separate campaigns for each location rather than just having a single campaign of all countries and territories. So always have a single location based campaign. For example, I will select United States. Location option. Okay, presence and interest. Okay, I'll click on next. Now herein I can select what is the budget for this campaign on a day-to-day level. Like let's say, for example, I want to spend 200 SGD per day. So herein I can set a daily budget limit. Now bidding, what you want to focus on. So let's say for this particular campaign, I want to focus on install volume. I want to bring in more and more installs as possible. How do you want to track your install volume? So every app has their attribution network. So I have a attribution at my backend on Singular, so wherein and on Firebase as well, wherein I'm selecting my install event, which will attribute this installs to the install volume. What kind of users you want to target? All users. Target cost per install. If I have any target cost per install as per my research, Google is also recommending. So let's go ahead with the Google's recommendation because it's quite low. Now, this is the major part wherein you have to create the ad group. Now, how to create the ad group is always have a structured ad group strategy when it comes to Google Ads. So let's say you are targeting United States users who are interested in Python, but Python is also a very broad topic, right? You will have various topics under Python as well. So let's say Python basics is one thing, Python advanced is one thing. So have a separate ad group for Python basics and have a separate ad group for Python advanced. So for Python basics, try to create 5 headlines and try to paste it here. ABC, anything like whatever the content you are finalizing for your ad group, but try to have a very targeted ad group approach, which will help you to identify which ad group is working for you and which is not working for you. If you only have single ad group in your campaign, chances are you won't be able to expand your horizons in terms of scale or in terms of generating higher ROI for your particular client or your business. So have a very targeted approach. Then you have to add descriptions which are of 90 characters. Then you have to add up to 20 images about your particular product, up to 20 videos if those are available. Then you have advanced options as well, wherein you can add a deep link. Let's say when a person clicks on that particular ad and you want that person to land on a particular page within your app, then you have to paste your deep link here. And here is an audience signal wherein you can add what kind of audience you want to target. So this is broadly how a campaign is created on Google Ads. And so I hope this session was very insightful for you all, and I've covered broadly all the core segments, criterias which Google Ads consists of. And going ahead, we will have such more interesting sessions. We will try to understand more hands-on approach. We will take a case study and try to implement Google Ads for that particular case. So stay tuned in this Discord community. Refer your friends, people who are interested to learn about certain such topics, and become a gold member for this Discord community. It will help you excel in these particular fields and definitely give you an edge compared to other people who are there in the market. So yeah, that's all from my end.